Welcome to Parts of a Butterfly, how to use the 3-part cards. I get asked eventually, how do I know so much about so many things? And I always start out the conversation with, I learned how to read. And then I found good books. And then I go and find people who know a lot about something, and I become kind of their student, and I listen to what they have to say, and I learn more things that way as well. But it starts out with reading. This is a great series. It's actually a magazine series, the Zoo Book ones, and this one gave me a lot of really fun, interesting information on the parts of a butterfly. Let's get started. Remember, we always start with the picture of the whole object, the butterfly, the adult stage in the metamorphic life cycle of a butterfly. The next one we have here, that part right there, that is the abdomen. The abdomen, do you remember they had spiracles, those little breathing holes along the sides of the caterpillar? Well, they're there on the abdomen of a butterfly. Also, inside that part is where the eggs are stored, and part of their digestion areas in that area too. The next part we have is the head. And the head, of course, has the antennas and the eyes and his proboscis attached to it. And then here are the wings. Put them up here. And the wings they use for flight. There are 2 sets of them. There are forewings and hind wings. And butterflies hold their wings up when they're resting like this. And moths hold theirs down in a triangle shape. It's a great way to identify them. This is the thorax. That is the chest of the butterfly, and it's in the middle, so everything kind of is attached to it. The wings are attached to it, its 6 legs are attached to it, the head's attached to it, the abdomen is attached to it. It's the center part of the butterfly. Oh, and here's that one part of the wing I was telling you about, the forewing. Now, it sounds like they have, you're counting 4, but 4 is just another way of saying front. And followed by the hind wing. Put my hand here. Oh, this is the proboscis. That is its mouth. It can curl it up or have it out long. When it's out long, it's when it's sipping it, it's like a straw so that they can reach way down into a flower, into that little bowl of nectar that is so sweet and full of energy for the butterfly. And then when they fly, they wouldn't want that big, long straw sticking out, so they can roll it up and tuck it in so that they can fly easily. Here are the veins in the wings. This is really important because when they come out of the chrysalis, their wings are going to be soft and damp and crumpled up to fit inside the chrysalis. And those veins are going to poof up. So when they come out of the chrysalis, they're going to have these big, fat abdomen, a super huge one, because it's full of liquid, full of their blood. And they're going to force it out into all of these veins, and it's gonna pop their wings up like a tent and hold it there until their wings dry. And then Any leftover liquid that is not needed will come out in the bottom of the butterfly aviary onto the ground. And it's red, so everybody gets concerned. But it's just the fluid that's left over from pushing the liquid out into the veins of the wing, puffing the wings out so that they're nice and flat and they get strong, and then they dry out. Okay. And here are the butterfly's legs. Like all insects, they have 6 legs. However, a butterfly's toes are different. His front toes taste the food. Isn't that funny? Aren't you glad you don't have to put the tip of your toe into your ice cream dish or into your cereal in the morning to be able to taste it? But think about it. A butterfly lands on a flower and they want to taste it. Well, if they've got that beautiful long leg that can reach down into the flower to taste and see if there's any nectar left, it's a lot easier. They're made to taste in flowers. Next is the butterfly's eyes, and it is a compound eye. And that means that their eye is actually made up of a whole bunch of teeny tiny eyes all fastened together. And they're quite big and round, and it makes it so that they can see if a predator is coming up behind them. They can see behind them, and it allows them to flutter off and escape. I think I'm gonna have to add a row here. I'm running out of space. Oh, here are the antennas. Antennas are so special. Antennas can smell. They can feel the air move around them, and they use them to touch and feel surfaces too. So it has 3 senses. It has the sense of smell and the sense of touch. Actually, two senses in the sense of touch, which allows them to feel the textures of surface and also how the air is blowing across them as well. All right, and then, oh, do you see the little dots on the abdomen? Those are those spiracles I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna put this last card, I think I'm gonna squeeze it in right here. All right, now we're ready to label. Let's see. I'm gonna read these off and see if I can find them. And they're all kind of sticking together. All right, the head. Where'd the head? Oh, there it is. The wings. Butterfly. Abdomen. Thorax. Forewing. Remember, forewing means front wing. I'm gonna move that up. Maybe we can squeeze some of these guys together. The legs with those toes that taste. Compound eye. That eye that's made of a bunch of simple eyes. Antenna. The antenna that can touch and smell. Spiracles. The little holes they use for breathing. Hind wing. The wing that's in the back. Proboscis. Oh, that tricky mouth that can go out straight and reach way down into a flower and then curl back up. The wing veins. All right. Okay, I've got them labeled. Now it's time for the correction cards. Thorax, where are you? No. Oh, found it. Thorax. Forewing. There it is. scooching them over just a tad bit. I don't usually move my cards around this much, but I'm trying to keep them in view. Legs. Compound eye, those big eyes that are made of a bunch of small eyes so that they can see behind them. The whole butterfly, that one's the easiest one to find. The abdomen. I always like this part of abdomen because the two letters are pointing towards one another. Everything's shifting on me. I didn't even wax the table today. All right, proboscis. That tricky tongue. Here we go. The veins in the wings, wing veins, right there. That poof up and hold the butterfly wings till they dry. This is the hind wing. The head. Where are you at? Oh, right here. Wings. Antennas that they can smell and feel with. And the spiracles of which they breathe through. Now, this card set came with blank cards like this. You don't have to write the word, but you can only color in what it says. So this says butterfly. That means you get to color the whole butterfly. Let's pick another one. But this one says head. You can only color in the head. Let's see. This one says compound eye. So guess what? Only color in the compound eye. Well, I hope you found the parts of a butterfly quite interesting and that you have fun laying out your cards and remembering the parts and making a booklet of your own, or draw a picture and label it. You can do that as well. All right? See you at Ending Circle.